Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? Or maybe you've noticed that small tasks feel a little more challenging than they did a few years ago? If so, you're not alone. Many of us over 60 start to wonder if this is just what aging feels like. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if I told you that there are simple, science backed habits you can start today that could add not just years to your life, but life to your years? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. In this video, we'll go over 5 simple habits that can help you feel stronger, healthier, and more vibrant. Habits that could potentially add 10 years to your life. These aren't complicated or expensive changes. They're practical, doable, and backed by research. So whether you're looking to boost your energy, improve your health, or just feel like your best self again, these tips are for you. Let's start with the first habit. Move your body every day. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm not as young as I used to be. How am I supposed to exercise? But here's the thing. You don't need to run a marathon or lift heavy weights to reap the benefits of movement. In fact, studies show that even moderate physical activity, like walking, can have a huge impact on your health. Walking just 30 minutes a day can improve your heart health, boost your mood, and even help you maintain a healthy weight. And it's not just about physical health. Regular movement can also keep your mind sharp. Research has found that exercise increases blood flow to the brain, which can help improve memory and cognitive function. So if you've been feeling a little forgetful lately, this might be just what you need. The best part? You can start small. If 30 minutes feels like too much, start with 10. Take a walk around your neighborhood, do some gentle stretches, or even dance to your favorite song in your living room. The key is to find something you enjoy and make it a regular part of your day. Now, let's talk about the second habit. Eat for longevity. What you put on your plate matters more than you might think. As we age, our nutritional needs change, and eating the right foods can make a big difference in how we feel. The good news is, you don't need to follow a complicated diet or give up all your favorite foods. Instead, focus on adding more nutrient-dense foods to your meals. For example, leafy greens like spinach and kale are packed with vitamins and minerals that support brain health and reduce inflammation. Berries, especially blueberries, are rich in antioxidants that can help protect your cells from damage. And don't forget about healthy fats like those found in nuts, seeds, and olive oil. These fats are great for your heart and can even help improve your mood. One of the easiest ways to eat for longevity is to follow the Mediterranean diet. This way of eating emphasizes whole, unprocessed foods, like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. It's not a strict diet, it's more of a lifestyle. And studies have shown that people who follow the Mediterranean diet tend to live longer, healthier lives. So start by adding 1 or 2 of these foods to your meals each day. Maybe swap out your usual snack for a handful of nuts, or add a side of steamed veggies to your dinner. Small changes can add up to big results over time. Now that we've covered movement and nutrition, let's move on to the third habit. Prioritize sleep. Sleep is one of those things that we often take for granted, but it's absolutely essential for our health, especially as we get older. During sleep, your body repairs itself, your brain processes information, and your immune system gets stronger. But as we age, many of us find it harder to get a good night's rest. If you've been struggling with sleep, there are a few things you can try. First, create a bedtime routine that helps you wind down. This could include reading a book, taking a warm bath, or practicing some gentle relaxation techniques. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light can interfere with your body's natural sleep cycle. It's also important to create a sleep-friendly environment. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. If you're still having trouble, consider talking to your doctor. There could be an underlying issue, like sleep apnea, that's affecting your rest. Remember, sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Prioritizing it can help you feel more energized, improve your mood, and even reduce your risk of chronic diseases. Now that we've covered these first 3 habits, moving your body, eating for longevity, and prioritizing sleep, you're already well on your way to adding more vibrant years to your life. But we're not done yet. In the next part, we'll dive into 2 more habits that can make a big difference in your health and happiness. So take a moment to think about how you can start incorporating these first 3 habits into your daily routine. Maybe it's taking a short walk after dinner, adding a handful of berries to your breakfast, or setting a regular bedtime. Whatever it is, start small and build from there. And remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every little step you take is a step toward a healthier, happier you. So let's keep going. In the next part, We'll explore how staying socially connected and managing stress can help you live a longer, more fulfilling life. Now that we've talked about moving your body, eating for longevity, and prioritizing sleep, let's dive into the next two habits that can help you add more vibrant years to your life. These habits are just as important as the first three, and they focus on your emotional and social well being. Because living a long, healthy life isn't just about your physical health, it's about feeling connected, fulfilled, and at peace too. Let's start with the fourth habit: stay socially connected. As we get older, it's easy to let our social circles shrink. Maybe you've retired and lost touch with coworkers, or your kids have moved away, or it just feels harder to get out and meet new people. But staying socially connected is one of the most powerful things you can do for your health. In fact, research shows that strong social connections can reduce your risk of chronic diseases, improve your mental health, and even help you live longer. Think about it. When you spend time with people you care about, you laugh, you share stories, and you feel a sense of belonging. These moments aren't just enjoyable, they're good for your brain and your body. Socializing can lower stress levels, boost your mood, and even improve your cognitive function. So, how can you stay connected? Start by reaching out to friends or family members you haven't talked to in a while. A simple phone call or video chat can make a big difference. If you're feeling adventurous, consider joining a club or group that aligns with your interests. Whether it's a book club, a gardening group, or a fitness class, these activities can help you meet new people and stay engaged. And don't underestimate the power of small, everyday interactions. Chatting with a neighbor, saying hello to someone at the grocery store, or even smiling at a stranger can lift your spirits and remind you that you're part of a community. Now let's move on to the fifth habit: manage stress effectively. Let's face it, life can be stressful, no matter your age. But as we get older, chronic stress can take a toll on our health. It can weaken your immune system, increase your risk of heart disease, and even affect your memory. That's why learning to manage stress is so important. The good news is, there are plenty of simple, effective ways to reduce stress. One of the most powerful is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about staying present in the moment and letting go of worries about the past or future. You don't need to meditate for hours to benefit from it. Just a few minutes a day can make a difference. Try this. Find a quiet spot, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. Notice how it feels as you inhale and exhale. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breath. It's normal for your thoughts to drift. That's just what minds do. The key is to notice it without judgment and bring yourself back to the present moment. Another great way to manage stress is through physical activity. We've already talked about the benefits of movement, but it's worth mentioning again. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Even a short walk can help clear your mind and reduce stress. And don't forget about the power of hobbies. Whether it's gardening, painting, knitting, or playing an instrument, doing something you love can help you relax and recharge. It's a way to focus on the present moment and let go of worries. Finally, don't be afraid to ask for help if you're feeling overwhelmed. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or even a therapist can provide support and perspective. Remember, managing stress isn't about eliminating it completely. It's about finding healthy ways to cope. Now that we've covered staying socially connected and managing stress, you've got 5 powerful habits to help you live a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. But before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on how these habits work together. Moving your body keeps you strong and energized. Eating for longevity nourishes your body and brain. Prioritizing sleep helps you recover and recharge. Staying socially connected brings joy and support. And managing stress keeps you balanced and resilient. When you combine these habits, they create a foundation for a vibrant, healthy life. In the next part, we'll bring everything together and talk about how to make these habits stick. We'll also explore some common challenges you might face and how to overcome them. So take a moment to think about which of these habits resonates most with you. Maybe it's reconnecting with an old friend, trying a new mindfulness practice, or simply committing to a daily walk. Whatever it is, start small and take it one step at a time. Remember, this isn't about making huge changes overnight. It's about building habits that support your health and happiness for years to come. So let's keep going. In the next part, we'll talk about how to turn these habits into a sustainable lifestyle and celebrate the progress you're making. We've covered a lot of ground so far, haven't we? From moving your body and eating for longevity to prioritizing sleep, staying socially connected, and managing stress. These 5 habits are like building blocks for a longer, healthier, and more vibrant life. But now comes the most important part: making these habits stick. Because let's be honest, it's one thing to know what to do, it's another thing to actually do it consistently. So let's talk about how to turn these habits into a sustainable lifestyle that feels natural and enjoyable. First, let's address something that might be on your mind. How do I start when it feels overwhelming? The answer is simple: start small. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. In fact, trying to do too much at once can backfire. Instead, focus on one habit at a time. Maybe this week, you commit to taking a 10-minute walk every day. Next week, you add a handful of berries to your breakfast. Small, manageable steps are the key to building lasting habits. Another tip is to tie your new habits to something you already do. For example, if you want to start stretching every morning, do it right after you brush your teeth. If you want to drink more water, keep a glass by your bedside and take a sip as soon as you wake up. By linking new habits to existing routines, you're more likely to remember them and stick with them. Now let's talk about staying motivated. We all have days when we feel less inspired, and that's completely normal. On those days, remind yourself why you're doing this. Maybe it's to have more energy to play with your grandkids, to travel without feeling exhausted, or simply to feel like your best self. Keeping your why front and center can help you stay focused, even when motivation wanes. It's also important to celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Did you take a walk 3 times this week? That's worth celebrating. Did you choose a salad over fries at lunch? Another win. Acknowledging your efforts helps reinforce the positive changes you're making and keeps you motivated to keep going. Of course, there will be challenges along the way. Maybe you miss a day of exercise, or you find yourself reaching for unhealthy snacks when you're stressed. That's okay. Progress isn't about being perfect. It's about getting back on track when you stumble. If you slip up, don't beat yourself up. Instead, remind yourself that every day is a new opportunity to make choices that support your health and happiness. Now, let's bring it all together. These 5 habits: moving your body, eating for longevity, prioritizing sleep, staying socially connected, and managing stress, are more than just tips. They're a roadmap to a life filled with energy, joy, and purpose. And the best part? You don't need to do everything at once. Start with one habit, build on it, and watch how these small changes add up to big results over time. Remember, aging is a natural part of life, but how you age is largely within your control. By adopting these habits, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. You're creating a future where you feel strong, vibrant, and ready to embrace all the possibilities ahead. So what's your next step? Maybe it's lacing up your shoes for a walk, calling a friend you haven't talked to in a while, or simply taking a few deep breaths to center yourself. Whatever it is, take that first step today. You've got this. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonates most with you? Have you already started incorporating any of them into your life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step toward a healthier, happier life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from it. And if you haven't already,